Hey everyone. Today I wanted to talk about a bit of a taboo subject matter. It's something we don't often speak about, but it's on everyone's minds. That's right, it's the big T, the tingles, also commonly referred to as ASMR, which stands for Astonishingly Stupid Made Up Rubbish. It's just this feeling of total relaxation accompanied by a pleasant, tingly feeling localized in the scalp or upper spine, and it can be induced through various triggers like gentle touches, soft whispers, and Bob Ross. And it's different for everybody. Different people have different triggers. For me, it's haircuts, monotone university lecturers, and people tousling my hair, usually without my permission. And I know people say, never touch someone's hair, especially curly hair, without asking first. But for me, I'm just so starved for human attention, I'll just take whatever I can get. But I do think it is a little bit alarming that in recent years, getting the tingles has really been fetishized and misrepresented online. I mean, there's probably a million different YouTube videos and Twitch streams of amateur ASMR stars, usually attractive women, but sometimes even young children, performing a variety of acts in front of a camera for the tingly pleasure of their viewers. And in my opinion, it's a really exploitative industry that preys upon these women who feel that they don't have any other option but to scratch or tap on various household objects and put on a show. I mean, the biggest problem, though, that I have with these videos is they create this unrealistic expectation for what the tingles is supposed to be like. There's definitely an overemphasis on auditory and visual stimulation as the preferred means for achieving ASMR. But for a lot of people, they just can't get the tingles without some kind of physical contact. It's very rare for people to get the tingles just from visual stimulation alone. And some people can't get it at all. And that's perfectly fine. That's totally normal. Everyone's bodies are different and normal in their own ways. But the truth is, it takes a lot of experimentation to figure out what kinds of triggers work for you. If you've never experienced the tingles before, I would suggest trying a bunch of different things. Role play, blowing, sticky fingers, eye contact, hand movements, or just, good old-fashioned hair play. But it requires communication with your ASMR partner to get there and to figure out what kind of hair stroking or subtle mouth sounds work for you. My advice, really try to set the mood first. It doesn't work unless you're fully relaxed and in the right state of mind. Don't just launch into it, okay? You want to create a relaxing atmosphere and then work up to it. It takes some people a long time, maybe 20 minutes to achieve ASMR. So maybe start out with just some gentle ear brushing and work your way up from there. Most importantly, though, always ask for permission before you try something new. Don't just start assaulting someone's ears with crinkly sounds. Check in with them continuously, asking, "Is this okay?" in a soothing, soft, whispery voice. It is funny, though. When I was growing up, I had no idea what ASMR was. I would just experience it on occasion. Nobody had come up with a word for it yet, as far as I was aware. All that I knew was that I would get this feeling sometimes that I couldn't explain, and even when I tried to explain it to other people, they just thought I was crazy. Now they just think I'm crazy because I post ridiculous videos of myself on the internet doing and saying compromising things that, at best, destroy my public image, but at worst potentially jeopardize my career. There is, however, this other weird feeling that I get that I still haven't really been able to put my finger on, and which really hasn't entered the public or online consciousness yet either. If I had to translate the experience, it's this bizarre sensation that in a single word could really only be adequately described as sluggish, because it's kind of what I imagine being a slug must feel like. My whole body feels heavy, and especially in and around my mouth, it's like my movements have this viscous quality to them, like my body is somehow made out of molasses. I feel immobilized, almost paralyzed, like I want it to end, but it's just so weird that I want it to keep going. So I try to move around as little as possible in an attempt to preserve this altered state of perception. For me, it seems to be triggered by people that I feel inexplicably uncomfortable around, and in many ways largely owing to the apparent mystery surrounding this experience, which hasn't really been articulated elsewhere. I regard it as the antithesis of the tingles. But I think it's about time that somebody shined a light on this experiential phenomenon. And I thought to myself, who better to assume the mantle of sluggishness other than myself? So I've taken it upon myself to become the very first slugger on YouTube by inducing people to feel so discomforted by my content to the point of feeling sluggish themselves. And I honestly have no idea where to start with this. But I thought I'd try out a few techniques right here in this video to see if maybe I can somehow capture the essence of sluggishness. So here goes.